Hey guys, and welcome to another video. Today I'm here to show you how to make the Doge Bracelet. In this particular tutorial, I'll show you how to make it with or without C-clips down the middle. As you can see, there's kind of a gap with it without C-clips. That's why I added the C-clips, just to get rid of that gap. There's another variation I made of it, just with white in between. I don't really like this one as much. I'll explain how to do it, but I won't show a particular one I'm making with white in between like that. And in another tutorial, I'll be showing you how to make it with beads down the center. So stay tuned for that. But anyways, let's get started. Let me show you the colors that I'm using. So basically, the colors you'll want to pick out are for the outer ones, and then 3 colors for the center. And C-clips if you want to use C-clips. You can use large ones, small ones, it doesn't matter. But I'm using large dark blue ones. And I'm using 3 shades of blue. These 2 are from the Blue Paradise, I think it's called, mixed sweets pack. Sweet 600 pack. And this one's from a different Sweet 600 pack where it was just this one color. Sorry, I can't remember it right now. And then I'm just using white for my borders like I did in the other bracelets. So anyways, let's get started. Now to start off this bracelet, you're going to start off by doing a normal beginning for a fishtail-ish hook-only bracelet. Going to twist a white band, your border band, in a figure-8 shape. And then pull another white through it. Put the cap band back on. Then you're going to pull 4 white bands through one side and 4 through the other. Pull the first one through the first 2. Pick up the outer white. Do the same thing 3 more times. Then you flip your bracelet around. And then repeat on the other side. Again, same thing with 4 white bands. One, 2, 3, and 4. Now to add on your central colors, what you're going to do is you're going to sort of pinch these first few bands here. So just pinch them and pull them off, and pick up the center color that you're going to use for your bracelet, which is this shade of blue. So let me just pinch these off. Pull this blue through the middle 2 whites, which are right above the cap band. Put those whites on as well as the blue. And these other bands here that you just pinched. Make sure it looks like this after you do this part. And then you pick up your next color. Pinch these first bands while leaving a white outside of the blue you just pulled through. Pull this colored band through these 3 here, making sure everything stays in order, a white, then a color, then a white. Pick up your outer 2 bands, which should be this colored band and the white. Put your other bands back on. And you pick up your next color. Pinch these first 3 bands. Pull the band through these first 4 bands. Pick up the outer 2, a colored band and a white band. Put everything back on. And then I'm going to do this 2 more times with white. Pinch the first 2. Pull this white through the first 4. Pick up the outer 2, which is a white and a color. And you pull 1 more band through, another white. Pull it through these first 3 bands. Pick up the outer 1 band. So now your bracelet looks something like this. And what you're going to do is you'll notice that these whites are crossed here. You're going to uncross both pairs of whites. And just notice, see right here, this band is crossed over the other one. So you just pull it back into its normal position. Then you're going to pull this leftmost band here over these two whites here. Pull the two whites off and drop off that white you pulled over. And you're going to pull this leftmost white over these two bands here. Drop this off. And again, make sure everything stays in order. And you're just going to leave it like this. Flip your bracelet to the other side and repeat the same thing on the other side. And this time you don't pick up a dark color, you just pick up the next color since that was a middle band that you did last time. Again, pull it through. Sorry, I accidentally didn't pinch hard enough. Let me just pull these through like normal again. There we go. Be sure you pinch all the bands. If you accidentally let one go, you might have to end up fixing some stuff. But anyways, just pull this colored band through your first three bands here. Put your hook through these first two bands, a colored and a white. You put your next white on your hook and pick up your next shade of blue. Pull this blue through the first four bands now. Pick up the outer two, a colored and a white. Put the whites back on. And then you're going to repeat this again 2 more times with just white. Pull the white through these first 4 bands. Pick up the outer 2. And then pull a white through these first 3 bands. Pick up the outer 1. And again, you're going to do the same steps to fishtail the edges. Uncross the bands. And then cross this over the first 2 and drop it off. Cross this band over these first 2 and drop it off. And then put them back on. Just like that. Now you're going to repeat this process again for the middle. Basically adding on the same colors, doing the same process, but instead of having white underneath while you do it, you're going to have these colors here. It's pretty much the same thing, pretty easy. But what you're going to do now is you're just going to take one of your clips, clip these first 2 bands on the outside on this side, and then go to the other side and clip the first 2 bands over here as well. You want to be really careful though that the C-clip doesn't pull through these other bands, that it stays intact. And the reason I didn't do this earlier was because it would have really easily slipped out, so that's why I waited to put it on now. But anyways, I'll show you how to add the center bands again, just one more time for good measure. Now it's a lot easier. I can just leave these hanging without having to pinch them. But I'm just going to pull my central dark color through the middle 2 bands. Put all these bands back on. Then I'm going to add this colored band here on. Pick up the next color in my sequence. Pull it through these 3 bands. Pick up the outer two, which are both colors now. And you're going to put this white on. Pick up your next color. Pull it through the first 4 bands here. Pick up the outer two, which should be a white and a color. Then put this final band on. You're going to use 2 more whites for the rest of your steps. Pull this white through these first 4 bands. Pick up the outer two. Then pull a band through these first 3 bands. Pick up the outer one. You're going to do the same process to fishtail your bands. Pull 1 band away so that they're not crossed anymore. Then put these bands back on, make sure they're not crossed as well, they shouldn't be. Unclip them, and then do the same crossing process I showed you earlier. Pulling the leftmost band over the closest two, dropping it off, pulling the leftmost band over the closest two, and dropping it off. Then you can take these 2 off and clip them as well. And you can flip your bracelet around. Repeat this on the other side. It's really important in the middle you keep this crossed over this band right here. Keep the central color crossed under, this band right here. But anyways, now on this side, you're going to pinch these first 2 whites. If you want to pinch them, you can just drop them off if you feel confident that they won't unravel. Anyways, pull this band through these first 3 right here. Pick up the outer 2. Pick up your next color. Pull it through these first 4. Make sure everything stays in order. Pick up the outer 2, a white and a color. From here on out, you're going to use 2 more whites. Pull a white through these first 4 bands. Pick up the outer 2. Pull the white through these first 3 bands. Pick up the outer 1. Now, you're going to uncross these bands. Put these 2 back on as per the usual. And then do the same crossing method that I've been showing you. And then clip these first 2 bands. And then you just repeat this process from here on out. If you're going to add C-clips, just wait until I come back after I finish this, because all you have to do to add C-clips is just finish your bracelet, then you add them. But anyways, I'm just going to complete this bracelet, make it long enough to fit around my wrist, but I'll come back to show you how to finish it. Alright, I'm back and I've made this long enough to fit around my wrist. And now to finish it, you're going to start off by taking one of your both of your C-clipped bands on one side, putting them back on your hook and unclipping them, making sure that they stay in their proper order. Then cross the one closest to the hook over this one here. And then next you're going to just pull a white through the first 3, pick up the outermost white, pull a white through the first 4, pick up the outermost white, pull a band through the first 4, pick up the outermost white, and repeat one more time. Like that. And now you can flip your bracelet around. And do the same thing on the other side. And then pair your 4 white bands. And then here's your last one. And then to finish it up, all you do is just pull away through everything on your hook right now. Take a clip and clip this band here. It's raining right now, by the way, if you hear anything. And then you find the other end, the other cap band, and clip the cap band. And then you'd stop right here if you didn't want to add anything in the middle. But if you want to add your C-clips in the middle, keep watching so I can show you how to do that. Let me dump out all my clips. Alright, now to add the C-clips, it's pretty easy. All you gotta do is you gotta look at your bracelet and notice these, like, each pair of like blue bands near the middle band. You're just gonna clip those together. So I'm gonna start at the very beginning of my bracelet, right where I started it off when I began. And you're gonna start with these 2 bands here. You're gonna take a clip. Doesn't matter if it's like a large or small C-clip, but you just find these 2 blues here and clip them. Make sure you don't clip anything else. And then find the other 2 blue bands on the other side. Just gonna go under here and clip those 2 as well. So now it looks something like this. Then you do the same for the next pair. Clip the pair on one side, and then clip the pair on the other side. I like to like flip it inverse, go to the opposite side so I can clip it there. I find it a bit easier to do it that way. As you can see, it closes up the center better and there's not as much of a big gap as before. That's the main reason I wanted to add C-clips. But yeah, in the next video I'm showing you how to add beads. So that should be pretty cool. Didn't grab the other one here. There we go. I'm gonna flip this inverse. And grab the other 2. I'm going to go off camera to do the rest since it's basically repeating the same step over and over. And when you get to the end, make sure you clip this pair as well right before you're ending. But yeah, I'll just come back to show you how it looks after all that. Alright, I'm back after adding those clips, and it should look something like this. Again, be sure to add one on all of the pairs of colored bands. This pair right here, they're not colored, so I didn't add one. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and bye.